we might as well just get the plastic sounds out of the way, as I feel like this was so nicely packaged and perfectly put together. What I have with me here is a bag containing a number of small, delicate spray bottles. This is something which I find is quite unique, because the spray bottles not only have the sound, but it also has this sort of plasticky alternative sound. I don't know how to describe it. Sure, I will show you. So this will be filled up later, but the only way to describe it is that after sound, and that for me is very trigger inducing, and that was something I did enjoy when I used to go to the hairdressers, but of course I have not been in a while, and rightly so. Don't need them. I've always preferred having somewhat different hair. So there's something about those sounds that which are just so magically pleasing and really trigger inducing also. So we got lots of juicy little spray bottles, and I have different ones also which will provide different unique spray sounds for your ASMR pleasure and enjoyment, and for something to relax to also, and just enjoy the sounds and do whatever the hell you want with them, however you like to relax and get triggered. I think it's the combination of a plastic bag within a plastic bag with a plastic bottle inside that, the trio, which I find most invigorating for stimulating the senses. And before we proceed to anything, apologies if you can hear the wind outside. It's a little bit gusty today, so we have a little bit of extra added ambience. And what I would usually do is get my microphone out now and record some bits and add it to my ambience channel. So for extra strong effect, we shall go for 2. And we will spray these until we get enough triggers out of them. I love that these are both, or all of them, individually wrapped. There's something about that delicate touch to products which I really like. So as you can see, this is just a nice sounding bottle, and the other one will be exactly the same. So I've decided to go for the blue one. That will be dedicated to your left ear, and the pink one will be dedicated to your right ear. And with these, I find that sort of dual action, the fast pace, the slow pace, and just everything about the sprays I find just really sort of stimulates and calms my ASMR response. It works wonders. So let's get some water in these and get them going for your left ear, and then the pink one for your right, and hopefully we get double the amount of triggers with these tiny little spray bottles, and hopefully it stimulates as well as relaxes. For me, it always gives me nice triggers in my head, but sometimes it can do both, if that makes sense. Probably not, but yeah, let's get the tops off here and start spraying. There's something that's really nice and refreshing about little spray bottles. So let's try some on your left ear. These are short bursts, so if you like the sort of quick sound of that, then this one's for you. So for me, I prefer it when the sound of the spray is a little bit longer and it's sort of more of a mist. This is quite heavy for the spray, but they're only small bottles, so they can't really handle nice long ASMR inducing sprays. But if you like those little quick sprays, then it sounds quite nice. And was only the little one. The next one is a favourite of mine, and you might be more familiar with this one because it's something which is more commonly used in hairdressers and when you get your hair cut. It has that nice added sound to it. It does the spray, but it has that bottle sound, if that makes sense. And for me, that combination just really works so well, and I love it so much. And just when you have that mixture of the spray going psht, 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 and then the bottle noise which accompanies it, for me, I find that just so great. And that's probably my most favourite thing, say if you're getting your hair cut, or if you just wanted to cool down in the summertime, or just spray your face with water, whatever you like. But it is this bottle here. I suppose this is good for watering plants. I have not yet sprayed it yet, so I don't really know how thick the spray is, but it did say it was going to be more of a mist, which is what we're looking for. So it evenly distributes the water and also sounds good. It's that sound, if you can kind of hear it, it's like a little ringing sound with, which creates suction or something. So there we go. So for me, I kind of like to imagine that I'm sitting right there and then I'm getting my hair slightly dampened, ready to be cut. Or say if you just want it to cool down, then it sounds nice. But at the same time, making everything extremely wet also. So that is one of my favorites, I think. It's something really pleasing and refreshing about this particular spray. So it has nice sounds to it, and there's nice sounds. The next one, which I have, is something which doesn't look like a conventional spray bottle, and this is because I wanted something which is a little bit longer, but I kind of underestimated the size of the spray bottle. For some reason I thought it was going to be really minute and tiny, but it just didn't turn out that way at all. So this one is a nice long mister. So I think when I was reading the reviews, girls use this to wake up hair curls or something. So going by that knowledge, I just assumed that it would be good enough and make some nice sprays and sounds. It's in a very nice kind of bottle. I haven't felt anything like this before. It seems durable but fragile at the same time, and just clicks into place. So let's get some water in there and give this one a little spray also. So I think that will suffice. Click that into place. Now, kind of quite excited to listen to this. So I don't know why I reacted like a brick was about to fall on me. That sounds so good. sure if you can see it, but this creates some really magical shapes. It's quite amazing, actually. I just had to do it just to feel a little bit more refreshed. I feel like this would be perfect in summertime, especially when it's nice and hot and you fancy a massage, so maybe this might be utilized for a video around that time, as it creates nice sounds but also just has a soothing amount of water which makes you feel nice and calm. It's nothing too heavy, nothing too dense. You can barely feel it, but it's just enough to make you feel hydrated in the skin and relax at the same time whilst it is getting sprayed. So we'll go for a combo. I think that I've managed to soak all the equipment and everything else, or at least give everything electrical a nice little layer of water, so hopefully all the instruments and items in which I use the film is feeling nice and cool right now and relaxed with the sounds also. That is quite a satisfying sound. The sprays and little psh and now and even just making that sound, it kind of tricks you into thinking that there's a nice spray coming out, but that was my little collection of bottles, which hopefully was sprayed enough times and differently and sounded differently enough to trigger your ASMR and to make you feel nice and relaxed and triggered. I'm sure that all of those items in there will be utilized in future videos. The mist, the big one, definitely will. This will be great for a massage video and a summer cooling down type video. That would be a lot of fun, I'm sure. So that one would be useful around that time, and then for future haircut role plays, if they should happen, then I've got the perfect spray finally, and that should work quite nicely, I think. So I'm not sure how I would use the smaller ones, but I'm sure there's going to be a great use for the tiny ones. So there we have it. So there was a different variety of sprays which I had there, and hopefully they were all unique enough. Like we had the big one, and then the hairdresser type bottle, and then the little ones. Hopefully there was a different range there, and they all created unique enough sounds for you, which can trigger your ASMR. So I hope that you found a trigger in there. If you're like me and you enjoy the sounds of spray bottles and just like that water sensation mixed with the bottle, hopefully one of those items and bottles triggered you. And if you weren't triggered, then hopefully you just enjoyed watching it and had just a relaxing time to yourself. So I hope you enjoyed this. This was something slightly different. I just wanted to test out different sounds. I had these on order for a long time, and they only decided, the last one decided to turn up today. So that all was really hit and miss. I had no idea what they were going to sound like, but seeing as I just love spray bottles and that sound of sprays and psh, 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 then I knew that they would sound pretty good. So hopefully we focused in and honed in on some nice sounds there with the slightly larger than expected spray bottle and the sort of hairdresser plant sprayer bottle and the little tiny psht